We are talking with SBR contributor Bob Harvey and Robert Faringo from DocSports.com, previewing Week 5 of the NFL on the SBR TV NFL Experts Roundtable. All right. Bob, let's get to the game that you want to talk about, and that's Green Bay at Atlanta on Sunday night. Now, I'm assuming right here that you're going to say you like Green Bay. The line opened at about 4. Now it's up to 5.5, and Green Bay is really looking like the New England. They're looking like they're the new New England team, similarly to how New England used to just blow everyone away. No one could match them touchdown for touchdown, even on the road. When New England would be a favorite in this range on the road, they would tend to be a good bet. And now it's looking like this is the same case with Green Bay. Is that how you feel about this line?
Well, yeah, it is. I don't think I looked at the stats here. The total yards allowed by the Green Bay defense puts them at 28th in the league, and the offense is 5th in the league in the same category. So this is not a team that is dominant yet on both sides of the ball. But the problem with opposing teams when they play Green Bay is you're going to have to outscore them, because Aaron Rodgers is going to put up 28 or 35 or more, and you're going to have to outscore. And there aren't a lot of offenses in the league that can match up with Green Bay. I think they're hurt by comparisons to New England, as you just mentioned, but you got to draw the comparison. I mean, it's kind of a similar situation. I like the Packers, but I got to put an asterisk next to my pick because there might be a little bit of a homer thing working there. But still, it's real tough for me to go against Aaron Rodgers right now and all the weapons he's got, and plus this Brett Favre garbage from earlier this week. Going to pump him up a little bit. Not that he needed it, but I like Green Bay in this one.
Yeah, and maybe if you want to be a little bit safe and go on the factor of their unstoppable offense, maybe the team total over might be the way to go. Robert Faringo from DocSports.com, what do you think about this line? You think Green Bay is a good bet?
I think that at about 5:30 last Sunday, 5:30 Eastern time, this was looking like a really good bet because the Packers had kind of let Denver hang around. That was a 21-17 game before they hit the Jets and just demolished Denver. But, Denver was kind of hanging around, and the Falcons were up, I believe, 24-3 at Seattle.
Right.
So things were going really well, I thought, to get a favorable number in this game, maybe around 4.5. But once I saw that 5.5 line come out for the Packers, that's a huge red flag for me. That's just, to me, that's always one of those red flag lines. I feel like 5 in the NFL, that's an underdog number that you should get on that. However, there's absolutely no way that I would take Atlanta over the Packers. I felt coming into the year that Atlanta was one of the most overrated teams. I felt like they were going to take a step back this year before maybe taking a step forward next year. But their secondary is allowing teams to complete over 68% of their passes. Brett Grimes is a guy that I like in the slot. But other than that, there's nothing that I like about Atlanta's secondary, and there's absolutely nothing that I like about the way that they match up with Green Bay, especially the way that the Packers are playing right now. If you're going to make a play on this game, I agree with Bob. I think Green Bay has to be the play, and you just kind of let it ride.
Right.
23-9-1 against the spread in their last 33 games, I believe.
Right.
So it's almost one of those things where there's no reason not to. I understand that this is a revenge spot for the Falcons, but I just don't think that they have the juice right now. They're not producing enough big plays on offense, and they're not preventing enough big plays on defense.
And when you talk about the matchup between Atlanta's secondary and Green Bay's passing game, that lends sort of even more strength in my view to maybe just a play on the Green Bay team total over, because then if Atlanta does match them touchdown for touchdown, you win anyway.